Good morning. And welcome to the 2021 Strayer University Commencement Ceremony. People are already doing this, so it's going to be a good one. And we are live and in person, which is terrific. We welcome family members, friends, colleagues, co-workers, distinguished faculty, and honored guests, but most importantly, we welcome our graduating class of 2021. I'm Dr. Andrea Backman. I'm president of Strayer University, and I'm delighted to be here with you today. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you here. To start things off, I'd like everyone to rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem, which is performed by Miss Alicia Williams, a Strayer University graduate from the class of 2008.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red bombs bursting in air, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Alicia. It always takes my breath away. So today we celebrate your achievements and the achievements of our graduates, and we mark an important milestone in your educational and professional lives. Right now, I'd like to introduce a few university leaders who have come to celebrate with us today, my colleagues on the university's Board of Trustees. Dr. Jonathan Guevara, President and Chief Executive Officer of the College of the Florida Keys. Dr. William Raham, who is a surgeon, President-elect of the American Association of Clinical Urologists, past Speaker and President of the Medical Society of Virginia, and a proud Strayer University graduate from the class in 1998. Dr. Peter Salins, who's a professor at Stony Brook University and former Provost and Vice Chancellor of the State University of New York. Dr. Carol Shapiro, Director of the Wound Healing Center at Centara Northern Virginia Medical Center. And lastly, Dr. J. Christo, Executive Chairman for Agrifort Advisory and Investment Services, as well as the former Minister for Agriculture for the Republic of Liberia and President Emeritus of Strayer University. So thank you to the Board of Trustees who are here today. I think it's fitting to reflect on the achievements of those who came before you. And today you join a vast network of Strayer University alumni, over 120,000 alumni in the network. For more than 125 years, actually almost 130 years, Strayer University has enabled working adults like you to achieve their potential. We've done that always by looking forward and not by being afraid of change. It was in 1892 that our founder, Dr. S. Irving Strayer, saw that the U.S. was shifting from an agrarian way of life to an urban one. And that business and technology were changing just as they are today, and they always are. Early on, we helped farmers become bookkeepers, laborers become clerks, homemakers become secretaries. This was in the beginning. But as our society and economy changed and continues to change in innumerable ways, especially in the last few years, Strayer University continues to be an innovator, continually reinventing itself to keep adult students at the cutting edge. Whether that's offering night classes in 1912, which was a bit unheard of, expanding educational opportunities for women in the 1920s, or being among the first universities to ever offer online education in the 1990s. Reinvention, breaking new ground, I think that describes what you're about to do, what you have been doing, and what we focus on as an institution. Many of you are the first in your family to graduate from college, which is an incredible accomplishment and something that has a halo effect for those around you. Many of you completed your degree while holding a job and doing community obligations and caring for children, maybe having more than one job. And through that transformative power of education, you're reinventing yourself to pursue your dreams. So congratulations on this incredible moment. But as you did that, there, I'm sure, I hope, was a strong support network around you. Before we recognize that group, I would like to recognize one particular group of our Strayer graduates that knows a thing or two about reinvention and grit. For many years, students with military affiliations have found homes at Strayer University, also with our faculty and staff. For these students, learning comes with even additional challenges: deployments, separations from loved ones, and serving in harm's way. These challenges require a special kind of determination, and our military affiliate students do it every day. And so at this time, I'd like to recognize our graduates who are service members. Would our graduates who are service members, this is active duty, guard, reserve, or retired, please stand and be recognized for your hard work and dedication on behalf of our country. So, as I mentioned, it sort of takes a village to get here, and behind each graduate are others who made this day possible for you. And they go by many names. It could be your crew, your team, your family, your squad, whatever it is, however you define them. You couldn't have reached this day without whomever it was who was there supporting you. And so those people won't be walking across stage today, but we do want to take some time to recognize them. So let's have that moment right now. So parents, grandparents, step-parents of our graduates, you instilled the values of learning, hard work, and determination. You supported and guided our grads in more ways than they will ever know. Would you please stand and be recognized? Parents and grandparents. You were the rock for your graduate. You did more than your share of childcare, laundry, meals, and driving the kids to and from. More important, you lifted your graduate up when they were discouraged and celebrated their accomplishments. Would you please stand and be recognized? Brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and cousins of the graduate, you helped our graduate find calm when they were stressed, pitched in when things seemed overwhelming. Would you please stand and be recognized? All of you stand, please. Friends, neighbors, and coworkers, if you would also stand, that power of community, you played a big part in helping to support and helping our graduates understand what they were capable of. Please stand and be recognized. Recognized every group, right? This is the children and grandchildren of the graduates. Please stand. I think that, so thank you all. You can take your seats. Thank you. For that last group, for those of you who have children and grandchildren, I know that that is a group that is of great inspiration making you want to work harder, show them what you could do so that they can follow in your footsteps. Now, graduates, I want you to look around the hall, and you've just seen all of the support that's here. Almost everyone was standing, by the way, which is pretty awesome. So thank you to everybody in the audience and for being here today to celebrate. Today, we have so many moments unlike we've ever seen in our lifetimes. And speaking to you today, I think this is a really, really hopeful moment. First of all, we're here in person together. There's about 500 of you in this room graduating to go on to do amazing things. It's a moment that calls for skills and characteristics that got you here, like resilience, determination, resourcefulness, and grit. Curiosity, creativity, empathy, and a lifelong commitment to learning. A little while, you're going to walk across the stage. I promise that moment is coming. With your heads held high, smiling, without your mask on. I think we'll find out. You're going to savor that moment. Just take it with you, and we'll have fabulous photos for you to be able to remember. And know that whatever your future holds, that you face it with confidence and optimism and a community of support behind you, including the people who are sitting next to you. So, best wishes to each of you. It is the tradition at Strayer University to present awards to members of our student community who have distinguished themselves through their achievements. And I'm delighted now to turn things over to a valued and respected colleague who will introduce our Outstanding Graduate Award. Please allow me to introduce Dr. Mary Carr of the Jack Welch Management Institute.
Yay!
Thank you, President Bachman. It is a privilege for me to recognize our Outstanding Graduate Award winner. This year's award winner wanted to earn his MBA for many years, but during his bachelor's degree, he struggled academically. So the idea of going back to school wasn't really appealing. He worked as a call center representative for a major telecom company. He was successful in his job, but he just felt stagnant. With inspiration and support from his wife, he enrolled at Strayer University. Within the first year of his program, he was promoted at work 5 times. Yeah, 5 times, pretty awesome. After earning his degree, he left for a new job. And today, this graduate is a leave of absence coordinator who helps workers navigate the complex landscape of their family and medical leave. He credits his MBA program with helping him see the deeper roots of a problem or issue, a skill that has proven invaluable in his current role. Moving forward, this graduate has his eye on a leadership position with his employer, and he would also like to start a business one day. I am so excited to announce the Outstanding Graduate Award winner for the Strayer University Class of 2021, Mohammed Hamdan.
Congratulations, Mr. Hamdan, and thank you, Dean Carr. My name is Dr. Christy Carnes, and I'm the Dean of Students at Strayer University. It is my very great honor to speak to you today and to introduce our valedictorian. This graduate started her college journey right after high school, but as many of our graduates can relate to, life intervened. After having her first child, she put her plans on hold. 2 more kids came along. She took a job with the city of Atlanta and was doing just fine. But she wanted more and wanted to set an example for her children. Strayer ended up being the perfect fit for this busy working mom. She drew strength and support from her fellow students, and she excelled in her courses. Today, this award winner has a new role as a code enforcement officer, working with businesses on licensing and regulatory compliance. Her ultimate goal is a leadership position in city government, having responsibility over budgets and finances. And in pursuit of that, she will soon begin a Juris Master program at Emory University. Please welcome the valedictorian of the Strayer University class of 2021, Joanna Johnson.
Thank you so much, Kristen, for that introduction. Good morning and welcome, family, friends, professors, administrators, alumni, and of course the graduating class of 2021. My name is Joanna Johnson, and as I stand before you today, it is an honor to be your valedictorian of Strayer University for the graduating class of 2021. It is a pleasure to be here today, considering we weren't sure if we would have a commencement ceremony at all. Yet, we are here. We will remember this day to brag about it. Before I begin, I would like to thank my family, peers, and the instructors here at Strayer University for assisting me with getting where I am today. In addition, I want to give a special thanks to the administrative team for providing me with this opportunity. Many of us often live by famous quotes to keep us empowered, persuaded, and to track down a reason to serve throughout everyday life. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Many of us have faced obstacles while on our academic journey. All throughout my 2 years here at Strayer University, I've seen that a significant number of us aren't students coming straight out of high school into college. Yet, a considerable lot of us are adults who were urged to return to school to achieve the objectives we for a long time needed to achieve. Many of us are adults who have had to balance work, school, family, and other day-to-day life activities. And every day, we have had to make choices or sacrifices to find time to accomplish them all. I accept that each graduate here today would agree that using time management has assisted us with getting where we are today. I'm certain I'm not the only one. However, sometimes I would utilize my lunch break at work or purposely ride on the passenger side just to complete a draft of an essay or to simply complete a discussion question. I remember I would set these small little goals to be as productive as possible to cross off something on my school task to make daily progression. I just felt like there weren't sufficient hours in a day, so every open space of available time that I had, I would utilize that time to finish a school task. So, when Dr. King implied that no matter what you do, you have to keep moving forward, it reminds us that we may not have had special powers to accomplish our goals, but we did every bit that we could to keep pushing and to keep moving forward. These past 2 years, we have been confronted with numerous hardships while tolerating the new norm of COVID-19. We have all overcome many challenges that guided upon us. Students have lost their jobs, homes, and most importantly, their loved ones. While adjusting to this new norm and fighting the sudden difficulties, we've pushed through to come up on top. I accept that most would agree that we have ended up in a rather unique position this year. And every graduate in this room today deserves this moment to walk across this stage. We have earned this achievement and we deserve it. I would like to commend every graduate in this room today for a job well done. Not just the graduates, but family, friends, and professors also, because they've had a big impact on us making it this far today. Before I'm seated, I want to leave each graduate today with a word of encouragement. Extraordinary things start from humble beginnings, implying that regardless of how long or how challenging your goal is, there's always a beginning stage. So when we ventured out by taking a crack at Strayer University, we continue to push ahead and it drove us all here today. So as we start our next chapter, best of luck to all, continue to push forward and ahead, and congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Those words were so inspiring. Good afternoon, morning. My name is Dr. Jacqueline Palmer, and I'm the Special Assistant to the President. It is my very great honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today. Carl Jackson is a member of the Maryland House of Delegates and a longtime Baltimore County resident. His family has deep roots here in the community, and I'm so proud that he's also a Strayer University graduate with 2 degrees, both his Bachelor of Science in Business and his Master of Science in Business Administration. He is the oldest of 5 children. Carl learned responsibility, as he shared with us, at a young age, while helping care for his siblings in a single-parent home. His humble beginnings inspired him to address the roadblocks he experienced. After high school, Carl began working full-time at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. He took part-time in an Emerging Leaders program and was elected to the Staff Senate, which is an advisory group selected by employees to serve as representatives within university leadership. This led him to work on several political campaigns, including both of Barack Obama's successful presidential bids, as well as John Ossoff's campaign for Georgia's 6th congressional district. In 2018, Carl ran in the Maryland House of Delegates for the 8th legislative district, winning the primary but ultimately falling just a bit short of a few hundred votes in the general election. In 2019, due to the retirement of a District 8 delegate, Carl was appointed by the Maryland Governor Larry Hogan to the Maryland House of Delegates. Carl brings a strong leadership background, a record of community activism, solid business knowledge, and a very fresh approach to every challenge he meets. He's a consensus builder with great passion for Baltimore County and the state of Maryland. Graduates, family, and friends, please welcome our keynote speaker and Strayer University alumnus, Delegate Carl Jackson.
Good morning, and congratulations to our graduates. To the administration, President Backman, faculty, and staff of Strayer University, and to you, the graduating class of 2021, thank you for inviting me to speak today. I am truly humbled and honored to be here. Only 4 short years ago, in this very arena, I was sitting exactly where you all are, waiting to receive my own diploma from Strayer University. In fact, I received both my MBA and my undergrad degree from Strayer. So when I say I know exactly how you're feeling right now, I mean it. I remember the long nights just making it home just to put the kids to bed and opening my textbooks. The early mornings waking up before my normal day job so I could get in just one more study session. The endless competing responsibilities that I had as a husband, as a father, as a coworker, all of which was battling for my time. And while each of those responsibilities meant the world to me, I knew that I also wanted an education. Those were just some of the challenges that I faced as a Strayer student, and I'm certain that many of you did as well. And to add to that, for all of you, overcoming the challenges of COVID, literally enduring a worldwide pandemic while trying to obtain your degree. Fellow Strayer graduates, you stand in this moment not despite these challenges, but because of them, because of your grit, your hard work, your perseverance, and your commitment to make an impact with your life. Each one of you at some point decided to start this journey, having no idea where it would lead, but knowing that you wanted more. At each and every step of the way, you took those hardships and allowed them to strengthen you. Certainly there were setbacks, but they fueled your fire. They did not extinguish it. Each one making you stronger and into the people and the graduates that you are today. That's perseverance. It's something that each and every one of you have here today. All of our trials are different, and I'm certain that none of us have walked the same path, but each of us have overcome great obstacles to be where we are. And it is that perseverance that we are celebrating today. So as we move through today, this graduation, this grand moment in celebration of you, I hope you feel great pride and esteem. But I implore you, do not let this moment pass you by without recognizing the magnitude of your accomplishment. Every Strayer graduate has a story of persevering and not giving up. I'm here to tell you that these traits will serve you well your entire life. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. And while I'm proud to say that I am a sitting member of the Maryland House of Delegates and the first ever African American to represent my legislative district in Baltimore County, this didn't happen without sacrifice and hardship. As a young adult, I never had the ability, or should I say the opportunity, to pursue higher education. It was of course something that I wanted, but never took the first step until I did. Like yourselves, I attended Strayer University, got my bachelor's degree, and then went back for my master's. It was never easy, but it was worth it. What I dreamed of next was public office. I wanted to be a voice for those who didn't have a voice. I wanted to create opportunities for those without them. I wanted to ensure that underserved communities would no longer be left behind. I poured my heart and soul into running for the Maryland House of Delegates in the 2018 election. I worked hard. I did everything I could to meet voters and to share my vision. And I lost the election by 570 votes. I was devastated. But I knew that I had much more to offer my neighbors, my community, my district, and my state. I decided that I would not let that loss define me. I stayed active in my community and lent my voice wherever I could to the causes I believed would make my community better. Then, in July 2019, 9 months after the election, I received a phone call. One of my running mates who had won the election was retiring, leaving a seat open in my district. I again chose to run for the seat, making my case to the State Central Committee, which makes recommendations to the governor on who should fill any elected office vacancy. I was humbled to have been chosen, and on October 21st, 2019, I was officially sworn into office. You see, in life, there will always be setbacks and disappointments. But if you stay the course, persevere, not give up, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. The degree that you have earned today represents far more than just hours of writing papers, doing homework, and attending classes. It is a symbol of your determination to accomplish something great, something that you might not have thought was possible only a few short years ago. Be proud, feel great, and continue to believe in yourselves and your dreams. And when things get tough and feel insurmountable, remind yourself of this moment when you stood to